Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Hot Bella experience. In today's video, I am finally getting the opportunity to play with the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey Artistry palette. This is a gorgeous palette. It comes with 18 beautiful shades to play with. I used this palette to create this gorgeous fall grunge look today. I also used the Intensifies Artistry wand, which was released at the same time as the Pat McGrath Labs Utopian Dreams Mothership palette. I believe that's Mothership 9 palette. I really like using the Artistry wand with the specialty shades that come from Pat McGrath Labs because I do think that it does help to give them even more of that oomph. It just brings out those shimmers and the metallics or those duochromes, trichromes. It just brings it out a little bit more. So I love how this look turned out. I also used a little bit of this eyeshadow shade on my lips just to kind of pull the look together. So if you'd like to see all this in detail, then keep watching. Alright, I am going to get started, you guys. I'm going to apply some makeup to this face. It has been more than 14 days since I've had foundation on my face and any real, eye makeup on my eyes. So we're going to do that today. So my face has already been cleansed and I use the Good Molecules Rosewater Daily Cleansing Gel to clean my face. This is a really good product. I picked this up from Beautylish a while ago. Love this cleanser. And then I followed up with my Elemis Ginseng Rehydrating Toner. And for my moisturizer today, I use the Shiseido Essential Energy Moisturizing Cream. And I also use this product. This is from Glow Recipe, and this is the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. And this came in one of my most recent BoxyCharm boxes, so I wanted to give this a try. So I use this product in my skin prep today. And for primer, I use this primer from Touch in Sol. This is the No Problem Primer. This also came in one of my BoxyCharm boxes. And I almost forgot, I've got to get my eyelids prepped, so I am going to use my P. Louise eyeshadow base. Yes, it looks crappy, it has been through a few things, but the contents are still good, honey. So we're going to use this to prep these eyes for this look today. And today I'm going to use the Celestial Odyssey palette from Pat McGrath Labs. This is one of the latest release of palettes from Pat McGrath Labs. I am going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Galactic Glow, and I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. I'm going back into the Celestial Odyssey palette again. I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Saturn Sunset, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I think for today's look, I'm primarily going to work with these three shades right here. But Saturn Sunset, which is this shade right here, is going to be my transition shade. This is quite dark as a transition shade, but this is how we're going to try to work it out today. And let's hope I didn't make a huge mistake, because that is quite dark. I have to put this hair back for just a moment. I use my P. Louise eyeshadow base to do this little half cut crease type situation that I always do. I'm going back in now and I'm just going to soften up the edges just a little bit. This is nothing new. You guys know how I do this. Like so. And I'm going to try my Intensify Artistry wand again. This is the medium that was released with the Utopian Dream palette from Pat McGrath Labs. So I am going to try using some of this with the Celestial Odyssey shades and see if it does promote that high shine as it does with the Utopian Dream, which I'm sure it does. But we're going to use some of this today. I have placed the medium from the Artistry wand here on my silicone applicator, and I'm going to use this to apply this on my lid. I'm just kind of dapping it off here. I don't want it to be too much or not to start off with too much, and I'm just dapping or dabbing this in place. And I'm not taking it too far over to where I have the darker color on my lid. I'm not taking it too far over on the, I think that's called Saturn Sunset, I believe it is. So I'm not taking it too far over there. I'm just putting it in the areas where I have a little bit of the P. Louise eyeshadow base that's still showing. Okay, you guys, I had to put my glasses on here because I think I may be getting the names mixed up here. So far I have used this shade right here as my brow bone highlight. This shade is called Heavenly Body. Okay, I'm going to say that this is Heavenly Body. So I'm going to say that, scratch what I said before. Sorry. This is Heavenly Body. Okay, and then I used this shade right here as my transition shade, and this shade is called, if I flip this right over, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. And I am now going to use this shade right here, and this shade is called Noir Moon. And I'm going to use my silicone applicator again, and I'm going to pick up some of this Noir Moon right here onto my silicone applicator, and I'm going to place this right on top of where I have used the Artistry wand. I'm going to take my MAC 242 and I'm going to go back into Saturn Sunset once again. That's the darker shade that I have on my lid. I'm going to do a little bit more blending so I can blend in the Noir Moon and the Saturn Sunset. Just blend these two in together just a little bit more. This is a dark grungy type of look. I think I'm really liking this though for the fall. So I like that quite a bit. And I think just to brighten it up just a little bit, I'm going to use another of my MAC 242 brushes that I have here. And I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Bronze Nova. And I'm going to use this to add a little bit of lightness into this look. And I'm going to start right here in the inner corner and just bring that just right above where this Noir Moon is. I think I want to add something out here and I don't know what it should be. Let's see. What shall I put there? Well, that's kind of pretty. Got so many different options with this palette. And I think I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here. This shade is called Corrupt Copper. And I want to add a little bit of this into this look, and I think I'm just going to put it right here. Oh boy. Okay, switching brushes. This is where my MAC 242, girl, I keep telling y'all about this MAC 242. She can save the day. She can definitely save the day. Because I feel like I am all over the place with this look. The good news is that Pat McGrath eyeshadows, they layer on top of each other really well, so I think I may have saved myself from a disaster here. Going back into Saturn Sunset again. And I'm putting a little bit more of this in the area where I've had to manipulate my natural crease line. So I didn't predetermine a look or anything like that before I sat down to record. I'm just free flowing with it. So this is where we are. I want a little bit more of my Noir Moon. I don't want to lose that. Okay. I don't like this. Keep it real. I don't like it. I mean, I like the palette. I just don't like the look I've created here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to abandon or give up. I'm going to just work with it. Alright? Sometimes when we're playing with makeup, we may not create the look that we love all the time. And that's quite okay. We just have to deal with it. Work with it. Because time is always of the essence. Well, in most cases when we're doing our makeup, time is of the essence. So, you know, you don't have, 2 or 3 hours where you can take it off, undo it, and start over. So, I'm going to keep going with this. Yeah? Let's keep going. So I'm going to go ahead and add my liner and my lashes, and I'll be right back. My liner and my lashes are done. I've also done a little color correcting. I used my Touch of Pearl under my eyes, and I used my Kevyn Aucoin in my mouth area. These are my staple color correcting products. You guys have seen me use those products many, many times before. So I'm going to move on to concealer, and I'm going to be using the Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Warm Sand, and this is the multi-use sculpting concealer to be exact. I'm going to apply this in all the areas that you would normally want to highlight and or conceal. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, and I'm going to use this for my cream contouring. Concealer and contour is done, and I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is in the shade 6. Yeah, looks like it's doing what it came to do too. It is now time for foundation. I'm going to use this Magic Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade 9.5. It is now time to set my under eyes and my entire face, and I am going to use my RCMA No Color Powder to set under my eye, and I am going to use the Airless Flawless Finish Powder from Charlotte Tilbury to set my entire face. Eyes are set. Face is set. I'm going to use my Cocoa Naughty bronzer from Fenty Beauty, and I'm going to add just a little bit more warmth to my face, just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and spray a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus. And I'm going to add a little bit of blush, and I am going to use my MAC Sweet as Cocoa blush. This is almost gone, but I want to get every little bit out of this container. So I'm just going to add this just a little bit here on the cheeks, just very lightly. I'm going to use the Divine Glow highlighter from Pat McGrath Labs. This Divine Glow highlighter is in the shade Golden Nectar. It is time to smoke out my waterline, so I'm going back into the Celestial Odyssey palette again. I'm going back into Noir Moon, and I'm going to add a little bit of smoke to my waterline. This look is going quite grungy really quickly, but I have changed my mind about it. I think I'm absolutely loving how this is turning out. This is turning out to be a really pretty fall look. So I have not done anything to my brows. I don't have any makeup or anything on my brows. I just got the powder ombre brows, so they are healed. So I have a video that's going to be coming up where I'm taking you guys along with me while I'm going through that whole healing process, so be on the lookout for that. That's going to be coming up shortly. But yeah, I haven't done anything to these brows yet, but I think I want to add just a little bit of powder into the brows since my eyes are a little bit on the dark side. I think that my brows could stand to be just a little bit darker. But yeah, I like that a little better. So I used a little bit of my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder. Just added a little bit in my brows just to darken them up just a little bit. And it's time to move on to lips. I'm going to use this lip mousse from Dose of Colors. This is from the Nyma Tang and Dose of Color collaboration. And this is a beautiful dark grungy color. I think it's going to be beautiful with these eyes. This is a beautiful, deep, dark chocolate color. It's not black, it is definitely brown, but it is a very dark brown. And I want to try something. I just have to try this. I'm going to take a little bit of this Noir Moon, which is this shade right here. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to tap just a little bit of that on my lips. Right here in the center. I'm going to add a little clear lip gloss on top. And to finish off, I'm going to use a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And this look is done. The Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey Artistry palette from Pat McGrath Labs is definitely a winner. But then again, anything that's coming out of the Pat McGrath Labs camp is a winner. This palette is gorgeous. There are 18 gorgeous shades to play with in this palette. Each one of these shades brings its own to any eye look that you want to create. I think this look turned out beautifully, and I cannot wait to create more gorgeous and stunning looks using this palette. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.